Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be talking about the level 140 cap increase in War Divisions, how you can prepare for it, and whether or not you should be holding off on pulling until then. Let's go ahead and dig in. So we're going to go ahead and go over some ability and stat differences here, but first I just want to show you guys kind of how I am beginning to think about and prepare for this. You are going to need a lot of mind spheres, and the biggest barrier that usually comes to my mind is going to be limited unit mind spheres, particularly with Sephiroth's release. The amount of mind spheres that you're going to need is so boggling, and with limited units, you're only going to really be able to get those mind spheres from being able to do the guild barracks right now. So right now, if I were you, you can see I already put Warrior of Light in here. I would put in units into your guild barracks right now that are limited, that you're going to want to fully ascend to 140 and try to max out. I think there is a good case to be made that every unit in your guild barracks right now should probably be a limited unit. Now, I do think there is some things to think about here. I think in particular, you want to consider units that are most likely going to get their increase. I think you will hear them say like, oh yeah, these units are all going to get 140 eventually. But you look at things like the Nier Automata units that haven't even gotten a second mastery ability yet, right? And you kind of have to wonder, okay, are they actually worth getting the Mind Spheres for? You look at Dragonquest that's coming out here in the near future. Is Dragonquest going to get a rerun anytime soon? What about Shadowlynx that's coming here? What about Christmas Ravies? I believe it's Christmas Ravies that was announced for the JP side, right? So all of these questions on these units where we really don't have that many more units releasing before the level cap actually goes live. So let's actually take a look at that real quick just to help you guys plan. Because there is not very many units. So we are right here actually, and we've already gotten the Halloween unit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units coming out before we actually run into Sephiroth. So we are in a situation where this is coming soon, and you need to be asking yourself, are those Dragon Quest units going to actually get these 140 buffs? What about, these other units that are coming out? I think for the most part, we are in a place right now where everybody should probably be hoarding either for Sephiroth or should be potentially considering Shadowlynx. Now, the only reason I would say consider Shadowlynx would be if she is going to be a GL exclusive unit. So I think there is some leeway here to consider Shadowlynx, because I think most likely if she is considered a GL exclusive and she's kind of bundled with like Zazan and Sylvie and the rest of them, she's likely to get her 140 faster than if she's released as a Christmas unit. We all saw the debacle that was second masteries and such coming for Christmas units extremely late. People were baited into pulling for them, and then they had to wait almost like half a year for the units to actually become relevant again. So, and even arguably they aren't relevant right now. I think the other aspect to consider with this is actually the power level increase as well that we do see with these units. So Sephiroth, for example, gets pierce resistance 10%, missile resistance 10%. These dream abilities, you can unlock them relatively early in the process, so you are pretty much going to be guaranteed to get these. You will have to invest as much mind spheres as you would to have 120 them, and I think it's an additional 120 or something, but the dream abilities themselves are extremely powerful. You look at Warrior of Light's dream ability, which I know everybody has kind of been talking about, right? Where he kind of has the capability to have even more HP. He gets a secondary mastery as well. He gets, the capability to heal almost 10k HP is pretty bonkers. And then you finally look at the stats, and while you do need a lot of mind spheres in order to max out these stats, WoTV Calc now does have the dream stats listed. Now, you can't see the stat comparison of a GL unit and a JP unit right now on the WoTV Calc index. because the index doesn't calculate dream stats yet. You can, however, pull up the unit calculator and compare the stats that way. And you can choose, like, let's say, you know, you only think you're going to be able to get your dream power up to like 50% or whatever it is, or your RNG might not be best. You will be able to calculate that and work with that in the editor here. But you can see Warrior of Light can get upwards of 3,300 HP, attack 90, compared to something like the EX stats that we saw and the level ups from 99 to 120. The dream stats are significantly more impactful, and they actually seem very specific to the type of unit that they are going to. So you look at Warrior of Light here, 3,300 HP, but then you look at Lucia. Lucia is getting attack 126, dexterity 70, accuracy 20, right? This is significantly more, and she's only getting 1,200 HP, whereas Warrior Light's getting 90 attack and 56 dexterity. So the dream stats definitely play a really important role in the actual strength of the character. So I think when we are considering, you know, the current power level of characters compared to characters that are going to be enhanced by these dream stats, I think it's really important to know that these other characters are going to be significantly more powerful. So if you do choose to invest in, say, Dragon Quest or potentially Shadowlynx, you really want to make sure that Shadowlynx is part of the GL club, not the Christmas club. And you would really want to make sure you're not pulling on anything else in between Sephiroth, you know, for upcoming. And I would say also there could be an argument, because Sylvie is pretty good, particularly with Warrior Light getting his upgrades. You could make an argument that Sylvie would be or would have been a really good pull as well, just because, you know, if Warrior of Light is one of the natural progressions of the 140s coming out, and he is relatively powerful, having a really powerful support healer is going to be just as good. I think one other thing to consider here when we are looking at the units is that the units that are getting their 140s seem to be coming out significantly faster for the most part than actually the secondary masteries. Like you can see here, we got, I believe it's 4 of them, 5, 6 maybe. I know Queen Mashery didn't get a dream ability. She got oh no, she did, sorry. It was one of them. Elserel maybe got her secondary mastery. It might just be that she's not updated with her dream ability, but it does seem like the dream abilities are coming through relatively quickly. So that's another thing to consider, is that dream abilities are kind of churning really fast, and you have other units like Glaciella, Luartha, Lucia, right, Vinera. These are all really powerful units. Being able to max them out is going to be pretty good. So you will just want to consider this, and you'll definitely want to think about how you're approaching your teams and how you're going to build them. I'm curious what you guys think down in the comment section down below. This is something I'm looking a little bit more into, that I'm looking to get a little bit more specific on. For those guys that don't know, Oron J, me, and Odaiba on Sunday are going to be doing a Christmas stream together from 6 p.m. PST to 8 p.m. PST. We're really excited to do this. And I have no doubt we're going to be picking Odaiba's brain on what he thinks we should be doing in order to prepare. So thank you so much, you guys. I hope to see you on the Sunday stream, and I will catch you guys next time.